Hey, who is this Martin Pariseau guy? I'm about to watch part of an episode of Peggy Carter season 2. I'm starting on Disney. I've wanted to cancel Disney a bunch of times because just the software isn't good. I didn't download. I'm not sure if I can download the original app on a Mac, but also just a lot of things they do, I think I disagree with, and how annoying it is to actually this is where people say, I told you had mental illness. I told you. He's nuts because he's not like the norm, which proves his theory that you argue with that I'm not like the norm, because I think that's bad. I can tell the difference between the good guys and the bad guys, and the norm is the bad guys. But it's not just that Disney Plus is doing a lot of things wrong. Is they're not doing a lot of things right that they could be doing, being that powerful an entity. So they're missing the point. With great power comes great responsibility. But still, yesterday, just finding out with another video I saw on YouTube how annoying it is for all the Marvel characters. And who made these decisions in the past that they'd be so spread around? Like they're still... Like, I'm watching Disney Plus. I don't care about Star Wars. I'm watching it mostly for Marvel stuff, mostly. And I gotta say that I'm sad, and I didn't know that maybe it was just a couple of days ago I realized, and I started this a couple of weeks ago, I think, or a week ago. I decided to rewatch the timeline order of all the Marvel stuff. And I didn't want to for a long time, although I've seen most things 3 times already, I would say. The Peggy Carter series is the first time. Who is this Martin Pariseau? Well, I enjoy this stuff, and I know that there are other people that have never watched it that would enjoy watching it for the first time, and I'd be a good choice to watch it with because I've been collecting comic books for a long time, and I've seen many, and I can help them understand a story that can sometimes get confusing. And yet I have nobody in my life to do this. So when I started watching it again, I didn't know, and I finally decided I'm not on any other streaming device. The computer somebody gave me stopped playing the DVDs or turning on, and I got a DVD from the library stuck in there, so I had to buy another $40 DVD player. The last one I bought at Canadian Tire, I had to return. It was not working well, or not robust enough to work well, when you live in a motorhome. But so it's sad, I think, that I'm just watching this by myself. I want to rewatch the Planet of the Apes, the 3 movies, but I sure hope there's somebody in my life at that point to watch it with. I also had an increased level of accountability, I think yesterday, when I realized that I've been blaming other people or community members too much for lacking opportunities to be of service with my skill sets that are pretty important. And let's just call these skill sets right now related to the world of being a helper through my life skills, counseling skills, and mental health skills. Because these are pretty much some of the most important skills that everybody should have today, and that is very, very rare, especially doing it as altruistically as I do it. That means don't bring a lot of money and give me a big office. I don't need that. I just need to be respected, not just for the skill sets, but for the honorable, ethical way for which I want to serve you with them. And I've been wanting people to realize this and give me praise for this. And in the meantime, people that could benefit are not, because I've been blaming others too much for not giving me a chance, when really these skill sets are part of me. I could just meet somebody today doing errands and find out that, they need to talk about something, and I could offer it. Right? And that would be me not being a hypocrite and just offer them, whether it's structured or not, whether there's a role that I'm given or not, whether there's a paycheck or not that comes with it. I have to start offering these skills. Otherwise, I'm not as genuine as I could be. So this is what I wanted to say is, who is this Martin Pariseau? He's a guy who's offering you this lesson in accountability, in the sense that I have to kind of not wait to have people give me a chance that this is a good time to ask them about the red flags that I'm reading. Why have we not set up a way that I could serve your community yet? Or Why is there so many hoops to jump through, and why does it take a month to set something up when it seems like the message that I am receiving is that my skill sets are wanted? So again, in the meantime, I could just, in the surrounding communities, just offer who I am, which is that person, because it does make me feel good, and it's valuable to other people, whether it's a role I'm in or not. Hey, I just finished this third hardcover of the Sandman. I'm surprised I'm still going with this. It's not usually the kind of stuff I read. Look at these little mini endless characters. I believe it is delirium, destruction, dream, death, destiny, desire, despair, I believe. Oh my God, if somebody asks me, what do you want for Christmas? I'd say this little death character is so cute. And you might say, oh my God, see? We told you had mental illness. We told you. Well, just because I've matured to the point that I have come to terms and I accept and I'm not in fear of my own mortality doesn't mean that there's something wrong with me, right? You guys need to look at yourselves in that way. But this character, with what I read so far, is an extremely philosophical and interesting character. And also a lot of storylines from Marvel Comics have made the character death. Well, I mean, she's conniving in Marvel Comics more than that I've noticed here so far. But, you know, like this character here from this Sandman series is, she knows it's a hard job, the one she has as one of the Endless, and yet it's almost like she's role modeling dying with dignity by being, a character of death that has dignity and allows it in others as much as possible. So she's a pretty cool character. She's complex. And she's not, because our species, which has not grown up to be mature enough to stop seeing death as evil, when death is an important part of life, like these characters, they're one side of the coin. Like destruction is the other side of creation, really. So, and delirium, I can't remember what she was before. I can't remember the name. Might start with a D. But the Endless changed over time, and sometimes they change based on, as concepts, what people think about them. And again, this is all fiction. I know this is fiction, so don't go, see, we told you. It got weird. Well, I'm not weird unless I want to have some fun like this by myself. But if I am, let's say, offering free counseling to somebody in need, I will reflect what they need as a listener. And the only reason I'm not doing that more is that I'm not presenting that opportunity as much. And when I do, I will still find that it's not always accepted. But I will be able to know the difference. That at that point, it's not that I didn't offer my skill sets. It's that people, even people that haven't seen this humor with confidence, including the philosophical topic of dying, people that haven't seen that part of me, that just have seen a calm, relaxed kind of person that is a good listener, is many of them will still refuse the free and very important, their own healing opportunity to have a good listener in their life. So at that point, when I know I've presented the right opportunity, that their choice of accepting that gift was as likely as receiving it, that after that it's up to them. So again, it's not like the responsibility totally falls on one side or the other. It's the same thing with like if Trudeau has long-term goals to have Canada be one of the members of the UN Security Council, well, unless laws are changed internationally, we'd have to start criminalizing drugs that prevent us from solving mental health issues, that prevent us from becoming better parents, better community helpers, members and helpers, and having healthier children. And we'd have to criminalize drugs in a way that, hey, if doctors, who look for the path of least resistance in their jobs still argue and want to maybe make it easy for their clients to get drugs because it makes it easy for them to do their job in their elite status, while it is not really good for the patient, then we'd have to criminalize doctors and criminalize judges and criminalize lawyers and parents that, oh, I can't deal with my kid right now. If the doctor can prescribe this drug, which there is research shows will increase their chance of having mental illnesses that not only are the type that are not likely to be healed, but that we also have a medical system that is not set up to even heal simple things, then, we should criminalize everything, because otherwise Canada would, everything that's bad that we know is bad, we have to stop indulging in it. And again, if there's a pattern I noticed in the people that were supposedly defending freedom that spent time in Ottawa in a very criminal way, but it was very lenient the way things were with them, they were fighting for their right to have no consequences for what was harmful to themselves, their kids, and Ottawa city members at that time. So yes, there's also a lot of contradictions. Man, this is turning philosophical about other topics other than just me. But I want to say that I'm very disappointed as a Canadian for how Pierre Poilievre, the MP, is gaining popularity when it's so obvious to me that he's a hypocrite, and it's so obvious to me why people still support him, and why they do is a hatred, mostly is what their response is when I probe, is a hatred of Trudeau. And they don't understand that Poilievre is worse, and they understand Poilievre cannot reverse the things they hate about our society any more that they can prove that even before Trudeau was born, he's the one that set these things in motion. No, it's all our species. And our species being sick of here, guess what the last thing to put in our system is the drugs that more and more of you, Poilievre supporters or supposed advocates for freedom, or people that want to think I have mental illness. What, because I don't take these drugs? Yeah, no. So none of you want to face me in a public debate. None of you want to find out who's right or wrong, because sometimes I am. But I'm the adult that wants to find out, and you guys don't show up. So who is this Martin Pariseau? The only self-actualized, matured Homo sapien male that I know personally. There might be others out there that I may or may not have seen on the internet, but I haven't met any in person yet.